Hey everybody, it's Christian, and thanks for coming back for another Let's Look At video. Today we're going to be looking at Hard Boiled by Frank Miller. It was written by Frank Miller and illustrated by Geoff Darrow, with the colors by Claude Legris. It's a Dark Horse comic book that came out in 1990. I imagine following the success of Frank Miller's other popular works there. Dark Knight Returns, Year One with Mazzucchelli, and then his success with Elektra in the Daredevil comic book series. So this is Hard Boiled, and we follow our main character here, Nixon, as he goes along a futuristic, brain-bashing journey, collecting taxes for the man. So, pretty epic cover. It's definitely how you want to compel your audience to jump aboard. So, I have not read this comic book in its entirety. I've grazed through the first episode there, or the first issue, just to kind of refamiliarize myself with it, because I did read the first issue years ago. I was always really impressed by the line artwork in this comic book, and I always wanted to. I always pass it around to new comic book lovers and collectors. It's definitely one to have in your collection. So as you can see, it's very heavily line drawn. It almost kind of breaks from your traditional comic book setting where you've got almost noir film, black and white lighting going on in every single panel. Heavy blacks and shadows to dramatize the characters in every panel. Using heavy lighting. No, this case it's all about the colors, playing off the line weight. And it's a great collection of looking at line drawings in that are also done, super techy. This helmet, all the shapes and all the perspective used to create it, is a good example. And you've got all these foreground objects that are detailed with heavy lines overlapping background objects that are lined in a little, well, they're lined much thinner in order to kind of push them back within the composition. I love this stuff. Every page really begs for you to kind of just sit there, read what's in the story, and then kind of go over it and just look at all the line work. Take from it what you will, what you like, what you don't like. As much as I like about this comic, there's a lot I don't like too. I'm not a big fan of too busy and too much. Only because I really believe, no matter how good the artwork is, people tend to stick on the page or stick with the page for like a limited amount of time. And even me, being a comic book artist and loving the artwork, I find that when I'm kind of getting into the story, I only really observe the pages for so long, because if I look at them for too long, it'll take me out of the actual storytelling, right? And these pages are ridiculously detailed. So this is where the opening scene starts. We've just been introduced to Nixon there, and this yellow car in the panel here is actually rushing into the next page to drive straight into our boy, who looks like he's been shot 100 times. He's got glass shards in his face and body. He's on fire. He's not looking too great right now, but he's very alive and well, and he's got 3 bullets left for this driver who's driving into him. So the guy plummets into him and sends him through this brick wall here. They shoot right into a sex club, it looks like. Look at the detail in this panel. this is still as impactful as it was the first time I saw it. Let's go back. He's crashing into this crazy ass sex club, firing off his last 3 shots, killing the driver. All the while they're flying through midair, probably going to startle everybody that they're flying above. None of these people in the sex pit are aware of what's about to happen. They come crashing in, everybody dies. Nixon kills the driver, and then the car blows up. Is that it for Nixon, guys? Is he done for? I don't think most men would survive that. And where the hell did all the barbed wire come from? And where did all the bullets go? See, this is what I mean. When you go too detailed with some artwork, it's all too easy to get lost in the details and to lose consistency from page to page. Because if we go back 3 or 4 pages, I'm pretty sure before Nixon got smoked by that yellow car, he was riddled with bullets from head to toe. And then they totally left that out in that last splash page. This will be one of the last few pages I show you here, as I don't want to spoil this comic for you. I really recommend going out and grabbing it, so I will definitely link the Amazon link for the book down below in the description. Okay, look at this freaking panel, guys. This monster of a man who probably can't walk is seated in a bathtub where he's hooked up to this machine above him, which seemingly is injecting junk food of multitude of varieties. We got, looks like McDonald's fries, looks like we got Twinkies, a bunch of chocolate bars, a variety of Coca-Cola and Pepsi products, all being injected into his body. I'm sure he's and this is his fuel apparently. He's got an apparatus connected to his Johnson, which is probably to remove waste. He's got a couple of android mermaids giving him a sponge bath. Look at that. Buddy couldn't handle just leaving the page as detailed as it is. He had to go and tattoo Popeye the Sailor's face on this mermaid's ass. Honestly, this is amazing. Take from this, guys, you want your stuff to look super duper cool and interesting and funny and bizarre and crazy, okay? That's what comic books is. Anyway, our boy Nixon gets to the hospital and they all patch him up. Well, actually, I mean, an ambulance picks him up and they rush him off and they patch him up. And miraculously, they're able to save him. How freaking awesome are all these drawings? Hey, for those of you who have been watching my perspective drawings, what perspective is this panel in? Is it 1 point, 2 point, or 3 point perspective? Do you know? Do you know where the horizon line is in there? If you know, leave it in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe while you're doing that. Thank you. Alright, I got one more page here. Or a couple maybe. I basically just wanted to get to the climatic spot in this book. I mean, I'm going to have to give this one another read. It's a pretty awesome story. I mean, without even reading it, I can pretty much follow the story and how it begins here. There's another one of our machines there, riddled with baby fetuses and junk food. And whatever comes from that is being injected into our boy. Apparently there's healing properties in all of that stuff. I imagine that the stem cells coming from the fetuses is probably going to help you. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah. very gory, detailed scene of the doctors fixing up Nixon over here. And I'll leave on this last shot here, because you'll have to read the book to find out what happens to old Nixon boy. Alright, folks, so that was Hard Boiled by Frank Dixon, Geoff Darrow, and Claude Legris, okay? That's what it looks like. I'm going to link it down below. There's a series of issues to make up what is now probably a graphic novel. And you can buy this thing in its full entirety. Alright, thank you for stopping by. I hope you really enjoyed looking at this artwork. I hope you go out and buy this book and add it to your collection. As always, I'm Christian Wolf. You can check me out on all my other social media platforms, Instagram, Reddit, YouTube, and Twitch. Christian Wolf Art, all one word across the board. If you like today's video, make sure to subscribe, hit like, and comment if you want me to do a follow-up video on Hard Boiled, or if you have some suggestions as to what other books I could be covering here for you. I'm here for you guys, and I'm here to spread the love and knowledge of comics. So feel free to join in, alright? Thank you for your time. Have a great day.